chests. Oh, 6 chests.
Righteous, the previous proof.
Where did I ask me to tilt my controller like? What do you mean?
Do 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 do.
So it's lots of hunts. So we got 2 hunts down
Do.
today. That wasn't too bad for like a two and a half, a little less than 2.5 hour stream today. We got 2 hunts down. Hopefully we'll be able to get a couple more on Tuesday. Alright guys, so this is where I will be leaving you for the day. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. You guys are pretty awesome, I must say. What's up, Cam?
Why don't you come here and fight my black hole? I will tell you all about my black hole.
Alright, Ujierba, we're in
Rangers, the greediest of houses. Good.
I turned their volume down because they're really loud. They're really loud in my head, but I turned their volume down on the stream because I figured it would be really annoying. Oh, looks like Jeffy Pop is all in again. Oh, you don't hear him at all? Oh! Pocket Kings and then Jeff hits the ace? Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Jeff just won the tournament!
Cheesy. What's cheesy bread? Juju, nobody likes cheesy bread.
She slide.
Hey, if you were
All right. Alrighty then. We are going to do a quick, and quick is subjective, right? Like, we're gonna do a quick review of Dragon Quest One since we just finished it last night. I wanted to get some of my thoughts out pretty quick, like, and then we'll hop into Dragon Quest Two, and then We'll probably break for some dinner, and then later tonight we'll come back and play some Avowed. We'll continue our journey in the world of Avowed. So, we're going to go and kick this off. This is going to be a YouTube video, so I'm going to kick it off like I normally do with my YouTube videos. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Sir Mr. Clean, and we are back with another game review. This time, one of my all-time favorite games. The first JRPG I ever played, Dragon Warrior, Dragon Quest 1. And they have now remade it in a nice little package called Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D Remake. And here is the original Dragon Warrior 1 as it was known in the United States. This was the first RPG I ever played. I got it as a pack-in with a subscription to Nintendo Power. So it was like a bonus. They were giving these out to everybody. And now what's amazing about these old games, especially this one, is it came packaged with a strategy guide. So these games didn't have like, they didn't handhold you. Instead, you had little guides that you could use to kind of play through them. So this came with like a level like 1 through, I think it took you all the way to, let's see. Yeah, I think it took you all the way to the Castle of the Dragon Lord. And then prepare for the final fight. So it took you through the entire game. It also came with maps. So remember these old maps? I remember having these things laid out on my bedroom floor. Working my way through all of these. One side was like the map with all the locations. And the other side was all the monsters. And the areas in which the monsters would appear. And so you could kind of plan if you were ready or not to take on some of the big bads in the game. Freaking cool. And then there was also just like a little cheat card. And it would just say like, hey, level 1, this is how much like HP and MP you're going to have. This is what you should be doing in the adventure. Here's the goal for this level. Best monsters to fight. And then what, like, equipment you should probably have. Pretty rad. Anyway, I was absolutely enthralled. I'd never played a game like this. And it really got me hooked on RPGs. So, I've played that. I've played the Game Boy version, Game Boy Color version. I've played the mobile remakes. I played them on... I didn't play them on mobile, though. I played them on Switch when they came out last year. Or not last year, a couple years ago. But this one, I was super excited for. In fact, I ended up getting... accidentally... I ordered the Collector's Edition, and then I accidentally ordered another one, because I forgot that I had ordered the Collector's Edition. So I'm giving this away. So stop by the stream. We're doing any $5 donation, whether that's a sub or a donation to Extra Life, which is benefiting Children's Hospital. That's what we're doing like this whole week in November. So if you want to stop by and say hi, you can throw a little donation, get yourself entered into the giveaway. We'll be giving that away on November 17th. So if you're watching this video and it's after November 17th, sorry, we've already given it away. So let me get into my review. So this game is gorgeous, for one. The HD 2D pixel presentation of this game is so fantastic. I've loved this style since we saw it with the first Octopath Traveler, and they've now applied it to multiple games. Obviously, all of the Octopath Traveler games, as well as the Dragon Quest 3 remake, and now the Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake. We've also seen this style show up in things like Triangle Strategy. So, very, very, very cool stuff. I'm super excited about it. Looks amazing. Last night, I finished Dragon Quest 1. I played it on Draconian difficulty, which is the hard difficulty. And it took about just under 30 hours. I did not use a guide until the very end, and that was to find one mini medal that I was missing. Otherwise, I didn't use a guide. I do have my entire playthrough. We'll be uploading to YouTube. I think the first 6 episodes are already up, and I'll do all the rest of them, and they're all between like 50 minutes and like an hour and a half. So chances are there will be 20 to 30 videos up for the entire playthrough, probably 25-ish. So we've got a lot more. I'm trying to upload 1 a day. We'll see. We might go to 2 a day because there's other things I want to get to as well. This game is so fantastic. I've had a smile on my face almost the entire time I was playing it. There were obviously a few little gotchas, and I'll talk about them, and I will also preface them with spoiler alert if I'm getting into what I think is considered spoiler territory. For the most part, I'm going to keep it pretty spoiler free. The game's beautiful, like I said. The progression is actually really good. It feels really good. Playing it on Draconian, I really didn't notice like a difficulty spike until like probably the 3rd or 4th boss fight that I had. It was in a village that wasn't in the original game. But it was really tough, and I died multiple times until I finally kind of came up with a plan. Usually when I would die, I would try a couple times, and if I just wasn't doing it, I would go level up 1 or 2 times just to get a little bit more HP, a little bit stronger, a little bit higher defense, a little bit higher strength, a little bit better luck, agility, all those things. And then I would try again, and then I would employ different tactics. For the most part, I was able to get through everything and figure it out. Like I said, I didn't have to look up guides on how to beat anything. I eventually figured out ways to do it. Whether that's the best way to do it, I have no idea, but it worked for me. So if you watch my playthrough, you'll see what I'm talking about. But overall, absolutely love the combat. The idea now that you're always one character in this game. Dragon Quest 1, you had just you. You had your hero, and that was it. But in this game now, you fight multiple enemies. So you can fight anywhere from just one enemy or up to like 6 if they're small on the screen, like slimes. You might fight like 6 metal slimes or something. I don't think there was ever any more than that. But very frequently you'd run into 2, 3, 4 enemies. And for the most part, you felt pretty good about it all. They did bring into this game some of the tools that you had in the other games for dealing with groups of enemies. So like the whips and the boomerangs and things like that. So that really helped. And I think that was probably necessary to do the game this way. As far as all that goes, it's great. They added tons of spells. They added tons of special abilities. There really is just a lot to like about how the game turned out as the tactics and the gameplay and the mechanics of the game. The story has been incredibly fleshed out. If any of you have played Dragon Quest 3, I have not. I will be playing it after I finish 2. So I'm playing them in like release order. I know that they re-released these with 3 first and then 1 and 2, because 3 is technically a prequel. It actually is just a blatant prequel. So anyway, the story is great. The original game really didn't have much of a story. You would talk to the king, you would talk to some townspeople, they would give you these hints. You wouldn't really know what it meant until later when you were like, oh, I went into this village and, it's destroyed, and somebody mentioned something about something being hidden in this destroyed village. So there's just lots of like hints like that were in the original game that are much more fleshed out in this game. There is a bunch more of additional characters. There's a lot of voice acted characters. All the major cutscenes are voice acted, which is fantastic. The story, like I said, is fleshed out. There's side quests. There's little missions you can go on. There's just a lot to love. The music's amazing. It's still very cutesy. Obviously, it's Dragon Quest, right? But the enemies are pretty vicious, and there's some vicious tones in the game too. There's a lot going for it. I was overall very, very, very pleased with how this game ended up. I really don't have a whole lot of negative to say. The The only thing, and this is a spoiler, so skip over the next like 30 seconds or something if you don't want to hear about a spoiler. But there's one thing that if you don't do it, it locks you out of one thing in the game. It was kind of frustrating because I would have loved to have done it. And I don't know if I really want to play through again right now. It'll be a while probably before I replay this. And when I replay it, I'll probably play it on normal difficulty, so some of the boss fights won't be as frustrating as they were. But when you save the princess, if you don't keep her with you, if you go back to the king and turn in his daughter, there is a special move that you cannot get in the game. So you have to like keep her with you for the rest of the game, which is fine. She does a bunch of other things in battle for you. Like she stands off to the side in battle, and there's things that she might do for you in battle, like little random things. And then she allows you to unlock a souped up move of like one of the best moves in the game, and it makes it even better. And that probably would have helped a lot, especially in some of the final boss fights. But I didn't have that because I turned her in, and I had no idea that that was a thing. So, yeah. Noted. Anyway, end spoilers. I won't talk about spoilers anymore. But yeah, overall, the game was amazing. I'm very excited to play the next one and to play 3. And I'm really excited for 7 that's coming out next year. I think the PlayStation Direct today just gave us a date. I think it's like February 5th or something like that. Early February. So that's fantastic. I've heard rumors that they are remaking 4, 5, and 6 in the same vein, HD 2D remake type thing. Maybe not. Maybe they'll do it in more of the chibi type look, like Final Fantasy 7. But we'll see. But I'm very excited for this reemergence of Dragon Quest. I played a bit of 8, a bit of 9, a bit of 11. So I'm very excited to be kind of back in this world. I played the first 4 growing up, although I had never beaten 4. So I actually just beat 4 recently, so I'll be posting that as well at the final fight of Dragon Quest 4, Dragon Warrior 4 in America. And then we'll continue on from there. So I'm very excited. Thank you guys for watching. This is a great game. If I had to actually give it a score, like out of 10, I would probably give it a 9. It is very close to what I would consider a perfect remake of a video game, of an old school video game. A game from the 80s. It translated really well, and I had an absolute blast playing it. On the Draconian difficulty, it was a little longer than I would have liked. And part of that is me just not, if I used a guide, I could have done it way faster. But I was trying to, explore and find things on my own, which I found very satisfying because there is stuff littered all over the place in this game. So very, very well done, Square Enix. Thank you. On to Dragon Quest 2. Thank you, and talk to you guys later. All right, well. Now, let's get into some Dragon Quest 2. We're going to start it off, and then I'm going to break for dinner and come back, and we'll play probably Avowed or something tonight. Now that I got my Microsoft stuff working. All right, we are now kicking off Dragon Quest 2. Many years have passed since Alefgard was saved at the hero's hand, earning him the same title as his storied forebear. Now there thrive 3 new kingdoms, founded by this latest Erdrick and his scions. Yet so too thrives the darkness, a sudden invasion of malicious monsters, plunging the world into shadow once again. All that stands between the forces of evil and their wicked ambitions is a band of young prince and princess of Erdrick's line. The time has come for them to venture forth and do their ancestors proud. We are going to start Dragon Quest to create a new adventure log. I wonder if we should just call him like Sir Mr. Jr. Sir Mr. think I will. I think I will. It's fun. We're going to call him Sir Mr. Junior. Yes. English. Yes. Draconian. We're going to stay on the hardest difficulty. All right, let's roll.
Once upon a time, a young hero, descended from the legendary warrior Erdrick, defeated the dreaded Dragonlord and restored peace and light to the world.
That's us. We just did that.
Having done so, he set off on a journey with his new bride, and together they founded a kingdom of their own. This kingdom came to be ruled by their children, and by their children after them. Under the enlightened rule of the scions of Erdrick, the nation grew ever greater and more prosperous. As the years passed, other adventurous scions forged forth into the unknown, founding new kingdoms in their ancestors' image. Thus came there to be 3 nations ruled by those descended of the hero and his maiden.
So I think it's Alehan.
The first
Uh,
and oldest
Canuck.
of the 3 was the kingdom of Midenhall.
Oh no, Midenhall.
After the
That's right.
castle built by the hero and his bride.
Then Canuck.
Oh, my beautiful boy.
Thou wilt
Sir
grow
Mr. Junior.
a fine leader of the land. Of this I am certain.
That guy sounds like Sean Bean.
After Midenhall was founded the kingdom of Canuck, a nation nestled betwixt misty mountains and lush forests.
And the third is Moonbrook.
Look, husband, he possesseth thy steely gaze.
A handsome devil, to be sure. Now, what name might befit one so dashing?
Please decide upon a name for the Prince of Canuck. What should we call him? Let's call him Jeffy Pop. We're gonna use my brother. Whoops. Caradoc. That was the other kind of fun thing about these games, is that the heroes didn't really have names. You could name them whatever you wanted, and I like that. It's fun. Yes.
It is perfect, is it not?
The very height of perfection, my dear. A mighty name for a yet mightier heir.
Nice. And then we have
Came the kingdom of
the
Moonbrook,
Princess of
founded by
Moonbrook.
a spell-casting scion to whom weavers of magic flocked from the world over.
I love the detail they put into those. They're not just a generic icon. Such care.
Dear, supposest thee the princes of Midenhall and Canuck might deign to play with our daughter when the 3 are older?
I doubt not, but they shall forge a fellowship most firm, as I did with my cousins the kings. But first, she will need a name that befitteth her station. And after great pondering, I believe I have happened upon just that. Come, lend me thine ear.
We're gonna do Jenny, or no, not Jenny. Back. I like the name Mimi, so we're gonna do Mimi. That's my daughter's name.
Yes,
Yes.
it is lovely. and her future will be bright. I swear it.
We swears.
Thus did
We
the
swears.
legend continue into another generation.
On the precious.
Some years later,
Thou art grown most formidable. Thine ancestors' blood runneth strong in thy veins.
Oh yeah.
Oh, please, Father. Thou knowest full well mine abilities pale in comparison to thine. Thou hast mastered all manner of spells, of which I as yet know naught.
'Tis true, I was once a caster of no little renown, though now...
Father!
Alas, some matters are beyond even the purview of magic.
Come, Father. Let us repair to thy chamber.
What the F?
What now?
What is happening?
By the goddess! Guards! Assemble!
Majesty, I bring grave tidings! Lookouts report an army of fiends upon the horizon. They draw ever closer.
Curse thee, Hargon!
Argon?
Oh, damn. Quite a bit more vicious than in the NES version.
Muster the castle guard! Keep them out! I too will make...
Father!
Sire!
Care not for this old fool. Go to thy captain. Tell him...
I fear it is too late!
Oh, that guy's just gone.
Begone, fiends!
Nice. Go King.
Father, what is happening? What will become of us?
Still thy heart. Thou shalt escape this place.
I'd recognize those ugly mugs anywhere. It's the king and his darling daughter. Lord Hargon was clear in his instructions. Let no one live.
Just as I feared. Wherefore now? It mattereth not. Moonbrook will not fall today.
No, it won't.
They knew our faces.
How did they know them?
I have no choice. This way, my child.
Father, please, I do not understand.
Listen to me. Thou hast thy mother's beauty and her wisdom. Thou wert ever our pride and our joy. Since the day of thy birth, everything I have done for thee. I would trade 1,000 lives to live this one with thee anew.
Thou speakest as if this is the last time we shall be together. I shall never leave thy side.
Come.
Come, come, come. Yup, 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 yup. He hideth. He hath hideth her.
Relinquish it without a fight.
Some good music right here, man.
He may be old, but he knows a spell or two. Don't bite off more than you can chew.
Wherefore do you tarry so?
These gargoyles are smarter than I would have thought.
Today you battled the bloodline of Erdrick.
Oh, they didn't show it. I wanted them to show it. Wow, dude, that is destroyed. Wow. There's one guard left. Barely. God, I love how the way this looks. So good.
Must warn Middenhall.
There thou art, beloved son. Though thou seemst mightily vexed, didst thou dream ill-omened dreams, perchance?
I did. I kind of had some bad dreams.
Our dreams are the mirror of our souls, my boy. If ever aught should trouble thee, thou must needs share it. Thus is a problem halved, as the saying goes. But enough of such talk. Today is a day like any other, and thou must needs be about thy duties. Pray, go into the streets of the city and walk amongst thy people. Speak to them of their hopes and fears, that thou might one day rule wisely over them. And thence to the practice ground, that thy sword might one day suffice to protect them. For thou art mine heir, but thou art also heir to mighty Erdrick, hero of legend, and thus is thy duty twofold. Thou must needs be king and hero both. It is no easy path, but I trust that thou wilt tread it well.
Pray, stop by to see the item seller this day, Highness. Tidings oft travel fastest among those who cross the land in search of profit. There is much to be learned from such people, and thence to the captain of the guard, and learn that of the sword which he might see fit to teach thee.
Okay. Opening the main menu is easy. During conversations, you can commit what you heard to memory. Alright, so same ideas. We got a copper sword, a kite buckler, a leather hat, leather armor, and 3 medical herbs. And a world map. Thou art mine heir, but thou art also heir to mighty Erdrick, hero of legend, and thus is thy duty twofold. Thou must needs be king and hero both. It is no easy path, but I trust that thou wilt tread it well. Go thee first to the item seller. If aught of note is afoot in the land, news will have reached her of it. Okay. Mercurial Thrust. Cattle Prod. Flying Kick. Especially effective against airborne enemies. Interesting. Alright, we're gonna just start by going out. Sounds I'm exhausted. I need a little respite, or perhaps even a holiday. I hear that Cannock is surpassing pretty at this time of year. The king is hard both upon himself and those who serve him, and with good reason. Were it not for his unwavering steadfastness, Middenhall would not be the kingdom it is today. It's a medicinal herb. I found the first item. I'm so good at this game. I'm crushing it. Highness, just the man I wish to see. I'm awaiting the delivery of a consignment of goods from fair Moonbrook. It should have been here yesterday, and yet nothing. Alas, due to this sorry state of affairs, my shelves are nigh bare. So if you would still like to peruse them, you would be most welcome. Greetings. If it is items thou seeketh, here you are. Alright, so we got leather shield, which is worse. I got nothing. You got nothing for me, lady. The merchant of Moonbrook, of whom I deal, is most punctual soul. Not once has he failed to appear ere now. The men are ever wont to oversleep and to otherwise tarry. All is well, I am sure. I don't think so. Well, well, if it's not my dear friend, Prince Charmless. Heir to mighty Erdrick, and yet unable to cast so much as a spell to ward off warts. Have you not better to do than fritter away your days in idle conversation? Still thine impertinent tongue, thou saucy rogue. Idle conversation indeed. The prince doth a great kindness to us all in speaking with us on our woes and worries. What quarrel hast thou with such a noble and upstanding young fellow, None. I merely thought that, being hero and future king both, it might not befit our prince to rely on main force alone. And that a word of warning to that effect might aid him in his growth. Thou thinkest thyself fit to counsel princes? Ha! And thou art bone-headed indeed. Begone, swaggering oaf, away with you. Forsooth, fear not, Highness. The people know full well the purpose of thy daily tour of the town, and how diligently you practicest thy swordcraft each and every afternoon. Pay no heed to the pratings of green-eyed nincompoops. We stand firmly at thy back. But I have kept thee too long already. Away to the practice ground, and may fortune tend thee. Three gold coins, huh? 3. Just 3. Oh, we're going down the well, baby. You always go down the well. Thou asketh why I shun my fellow man and hide myself away here? I can tell thee, pal, but once told, the tale cannot be untold. Art thou certain thou wishest me to spill the beans? Yes, please. Well, 'tis because I like the damp sea. Lovely, clammy dampness. You dork. We got a locked chest, guys. Alright. It's one place to come back to once we get some keys. Da, 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 da. Yeah, see, I don't need to buy anything. I'm just finding it all. The town groweth evermore bustling and full of new buildings and new faces, thanks to His Majesty. May Middenhall go from strength to strength. A bamboo pole. Ba 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 ba. Ba da 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 da. Ha 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 ha. Okay, it was just the one. Interesting. Ba da ba 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 ba. Another medicinal herb. Ooh, a chest. It's our first mini medal. Ba, 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 la, 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 a lot of building going on. I wish I could just take all of it. Like, in one go, rather than picking all of them individually. Ra-pa-pa-pa-pa. No, 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 no. If you're making for Cannock, you would best be served following the road to the west and stopping by Leftwyn. It's the safest route I know. The northwestern route through the forest and over the mountains would get you there, but the quickest, but less surely alive. An antidote herb. Seed of defense. There's so many seeds. Now I think we have to go talk with our, like, trainer guy. $3 gold coins. A set of plain clothes. Yes, I am aware. A cypress stick. Can we just, like, throw things at people? That'd be great. That's what I always did in Final Fantasy IV when I got Edge. I would just start throwing all my old swords and stuff. It was always fun.
Come, the practice ground awaiteth, though I fear there is precious little left for me to teach thee. Despite thy youth, thy skill already approacheth mine own, nay, exceedeth it perhaps. To have tutored such a prodigy in the arts maketh me right proud. But I am yet captain of the guard, and have pride of mine own to think of. I do not mean to yield to thee just yet, young prince. Make ready.
These wounds! Friend, what misfortune hath befallen thee?
Run. They're walking too slow. They need to run.
Brother! Wherefore wouldst thou abandon thy post at Moonbrook Castle? And how came thee to be injured so?
My wounds matter not. The king, I must speak with him. Please.
Of course. His Majesty will see him, surely. Come, we will take you there.
What is the meaning of this? What hath befallen thee, friend?
Majesty, Moonbrook Castle attacked. Monsters. A great horde of fiends.
Stay with us. I beseech thee.
Fear not, brother. We shall meet again.
No!
No!
He did his duty to the last, and expended his final breath that we might learn of the assault on Moonbrook. His was a grit and forbearance granted to few, and he must be given a burial befitting such heroism. It seemeth ill deeds are afoot in the kingdom of Moonbrook, but we do not yet know the full truth. Pray, do not speak of this until such time as the facts of the matter have been ascertained, lest panic spread needlessly among the populace. Sire, in the meantime, make ready to defend the city. I would speak with my son. Come, child, below with thee.
Yes, Faja. Da, na, 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 na.
Another such tragedy befell our world some decades since. A great monstrous horde laid waste to the land of Renderak. The horde was commanded by one who styled himself High Priest Hargon, fearful that the High Priest's minions might make Middenhall their next port of call. My father did shore up the kingdom's defenses and set his men to watch for monsters on the horizon. I must confess that the further the tragedy drifted in time, the more I had thought the danger past. But the similarities between the assault just now reported and the one my father described cannot be denied. Could this be another Renderak? I hardly dare believe it. We must ascertain the facts of what hath befallen Moonbrook as soon as we are able. I would have thee journey to Cannock, there to share these unfortunate tidings with the king of that realm. None can afford to remain ignorant if the horde is abroad. Thence, thou must visit Moonbrook, and see with thine own eyes what hath befallen it. I must needs remain here, to see to our defenses, as my father did before me. Wilt thou bear this burden on my behalf, beloved son?
Of course.
I am right glad to hear it. Now, before thou departest, a gift. A necklace, to be precise. The Princess's Pledge. Ere he became the first and greatest king of this land, thine ancestor, mighty Erdrick, did set out upon a perilous quest to defeat the Dragon Lord. This necklace was presented unto him by a certain fair maiden, with whom he did forge a firm and lasting bond on his travels.
Yeah, he did.
It shall surely aid thee
Firm.
on thy path. Now away with thee. Venture westward from our realm, and thou shalt reach the village of Leftwine soon enough. From there, cast thine eyes northward, and thou shalt espy the castle of Cannock. As thou well knowst, in Cannock and Moonbrook both are to be found others, through whose veins floweth the blood of the hero of legend. Take care, my child. I have faith that thou wilt see thy duty
You
done.
mean my cousin? Princess's Pledge. Boost defense or boost attack power? I think we're going to start with attack power. That will help. So bright. It's so bright. Before thou departest, Highness, pray take this. We knew this peace could not last, and yet for Moonbrook to have fallen is a blow beyond imagining. Know that His Majesty sends thee forth as duty dictates. He is after all a king and a descendant of mighty Erdrick to boot, but he is also a father, and I do not doubt that he will fret most mightily for thy safety on thy road. I beg of thee, take care. What other items did he give me? Maybe a mad cap? Maybe he can't equip it. Yeah, I think I can't equip it because I don't do magic, so it probably makes sense. Probably makes sense for him not to equip it. Why don't I cast a single spell? Gosh, you guys are like... I'm a muggle. Like, seriously, bro. Don't be so mean. Alright, 2 locked doors. We got some locked doors here in Middenhall Castle. I figured. Already did that. Another medicinal herb. Teleporter. Oh, it's another locked chest. Another seed of strength. Who are you? She's sleeping? I wonder if I can wake her up. Miss... Yeah, we'll go graphics. I think that's fine. All right, this should work well. Look, it's a kitty. We don't gnaw on our kitties. Two antidote herbs and a turban. Can I equip the turban? Ooh, it's better. Very nice. I love that there is such an assortment of items and equipment. So very much. Na, 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 na. Already went down there. I inherited some gold coins. Ma, 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 ma. Seed of luck. A feathered cap. You're a pretty girl. She said it's going to be lonely around here without me. Now we gotta go fight some slimes. Let's go fight some frickin' slimes. Da, 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 da. Now, once we get Nose for Treasure, provided it's in this game like it is in the first game, we will come back and double check all of this. But for right now, let's go level up. Let's do some good stuff here. Let's explore and level up. Starks. Hungry? Huh? We'll go to dinner here soon, okay? For about 15 minutes or so. 15. I'm starting the second game now. I'm very excited. Level 2, baby. We gotta turn our battle speed up. It's too slow. Ooh. I don't know what these guys are. Malskus. Oh, mollusks. Mollusks. See, in this game, you get a group of up to 4 people on your team instead of just the one guy. Whoa. Level 3 already? The first few levels are very fast. Seed of Luck. We're gonna do, let's see, Seed of Strength, use on me. We're gonna use a Seed of Defense on me. I think that's good for now. I'm gonna hold on to him because I know we get other characters, so I might split my seeds up a little bit. It's sounds kind of gross. The slimes are defeated. I remember the first time I played Dragon Warrior 2. I couldn't... When I found out you could have multiple members in your party, blew my mind, man. It blew my mind. Sir Mr. Jr. reaches level 4. Stones throw. And they drop a chest. I thought we could go down farther. What does stones throw? Launch a barrage of small stones at all enemies. Okay. That's awesome. I like. It only uses 3 MP too. I'm actually kind of surprised they start us with a copper sword. Usually you have to buy the copper sword. Like, usually starts you with like a bamboo stick or a club. But I guess it kind of doesn't make sense that like his dad's gonna send him out on a quest and like give him a bamboo stick. Bup, 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 bup. Where is it? Right here? Oh, there it is. I see it. The mollusk remained. It's a divine dagger. Is that better than our copper sword here? Oh, he can't equip it. See, now we're getting into the timing where, or the games where, since there's more than one character, the characters you have cannot equip all weapons and items, or weapons and armor. So you have to figure out who they work best with. At the time, this was crazy. Crazy revolutionary. Bo, 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 bo. Bo, 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 bo. All right. There should be some... I feel like... I don't think I've ever been to a place that has more than... Or has less... Has only one item. But, like I said, once we get Nose for Treasure, we'll come back and explore that. Level 6 already. Look at this. We are cooking. So you have agility and strength. Yeah, we're gonna wreck. We're gonna wreck, man. Da 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 da. I'm basically going to use Stone's Throw if there's more than more than 2. So if there's 3 or more enemies, I'm going to use Stone's Throw. Oh. I'm going to get all the little spots on the map, too. Leather shield and an oaken club, which are not as good as what I have. But that's okay. Maybe when we find the prince, I wonder how strong or not strong he will be. Like, I wonder what he'll come equipped with. I feel like I remember in the original, he came with like a cypress stick. MP 1 up 1. Okay. Muster strength. Nice. Let's go down here. We missed the unicorn rabbit. Ba-da-ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-da-ba. Do 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 do. Ba 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 da ba. Seed of stamina. Only have 2 of them. Ooh, there's stuff out in the water now because you get a boat in this game. The mollusks are defeated. All right, what's the sign say? Probably says left wine. Middenhall. Okay. A group of mollusks with fronds like these. Who needs anemones? Sir Mr. Clean. Sir Mr. Junior reaches level 8. Dude, we almost have 100 HP already. This is crazy. Pow, 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 pow. Found it. Who are you? Not many know of this spot, but it's an ideal place to forage for mushrooms and herbs. Similar sites can be found north of Middenhall and northwest of Cannock. Ah, greetings, little one. Enjoying a spot of make-believe adventuring, are we? In that case, I suggest thou make us for the plains east of Cannock. Oh, and I do investigate the lands south and west of the kingdom whilst in the region. I too fancied myself an adventurer in my youth. A mini medal. Bow, 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 bow. All right, so right now we got to go back to all of them. Left win, left wine. He says get armor first. But I have heard that the best offense makes the best defense. Yeah. A leather hat. A set of plain clothes. Isn't that fancy? He's delighted to see he's as handsome as ever. Wah 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 wah. I have so many herbs already. Bow, bow. Huh, how do you get over there? Power to summon allies? Seed of luck. We're just going to run around. We're going to get all the items we can for just the things that are obvious. Yeah, I don't see anything here. He's like, don't startle me, my horse. I was actually thinking I might hold on to the seeds for a while. I've heard of him. Oh, she's the banker. All right, this seems like a good place to save and call it for now. We will rest well. And we will go save our game. Why not stay with us for a while? Okay. Oh, did I come up here? I don't think I did. Oh, I feel so sad. He doesn't know that his dad's dead. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for being here for the intro to Dragon Quest II. We shall continue again, verily. So cool, so cool. I'm so excited. So excited to get into this game. It's gonna be great. First game was awesome. Second game is gonna be even better. I'm excited for the third game too. I'm excited for all of these remakes. Anyways, I'm gonna go eat some dinner, and then when I come back later this evening, we'll hopefully play some Avowed. Take a look, everybody. I'll talk to you later.